All right, welcome guys to our strength focused running program. We've got Ian here, which will be the demo, and we'll talk through a lot about the technique on a level 1 strength program for runners. So we'll start with some banded bridging exercises. So Ian, if you can lie down and just pop the band just above your knees. With our setup position, we want to start with good posture through the upper body, and then place the feet a little bit apart, so we've got a bit of pre-stretch on the band. By keeping your thighs fairly parallel, there's already a little bit of work in the hip abductors there to stabilise, and we're going to slowly just roll up through the spine. Find what we're going to call a neutral hip position, so we're bridged enough to feel our glutes, we're still engaged in the core, and we're not feeling too much strain through the lower back, and then roll down from there. So you can bring your feet in a little tighter, a bit closer to your body to get a bit more leverage sometimes. So you're just working out where's the best position for your feet. Rolling up, keep the core connected well, find your neutral hip position, maintain the pressure on the band to keep the glutes active, and then roll down. And then we can add some sets of 5 on our pulses now. So keep the neutral position. Try to do 5 reps pushing out into the band to feel a little bit more work through the deep hip sockets. Careful not to let your feet roll too much. You want to keep nice and stable through that foot position and maintain your back and shoulders in a good alignment. All right, so then we'll turn on the side. Next we've got our banded hip extensions. So we want to tuck our knees up a little bit, and our bottom leg is going to form the anchor for the band. Maintain our good posture, so this hand's going to be in front of the body to keep us connected to the core, and we're going to lift our bottom waist up so our spine stays level to the ground. And we want to elevate up into the band first, and then stretch through our heel, reaching directly underneath our body in a straight line. Ease it back in, keeping the knee elevated, and then push and reach out. As we pull back into the band, we'll get the activation in the back hip socket here towards the glutes and upper hamstrings. And see if we can also keep good focus on core support so we don't go into any back extension, and maintaining the anchor point of the bottom leg pulled up and the left hand on the floor in front of our body. All right, nice work. Now we'll go up into the banded squats now. So we're building our work now into some standing exercises. So we're going to stand in front of the chair. We'll use some weights to help with the counterbalance. And we're going to have a little bit of a wide stance to pre-activate the glutes. And from there, we'll breathe in as we reach the arms forward and aim our bottom down toward the chair, and then back up to tall position. Good. So an inhale breath as you reach, exhale breath as you come up. Keep the pressure into the band as you're coming down. So we almost want to stretch the band as we come down and then pull the glutes through. Again, be aware of the angle of the knees tracking over your toes. Arms reaching forward as the hips come back. And then just one more rep there. All right, good work. Okay, so you can hold those weights for the lunges, and we'll take the band off. So we'll do this one side on. So if you can stand on the mat there. What we're going to try to do here is to reach the arms overhead to maximise that core challenge and work on a good leg alignment as we come forward. So we'll breathe in with the lunge. So arms will go overhead as we lunge down, and then push back to re-find a straight, good posture and change legs. Breathing in, arms reaching. So to increase the challenge, those arms will go a little bit further overhead, arms next to the ears. And we're trying to maintain good core posture to support the back. And if we're watching from the front angle, we're paying attention to the alignment through the knee. So knee tracks directly over the second toe. All right, good work. Okay, you can pop those weights down. Now we're going to introduce a little bit of a hamstring curl exercise. This one's a little bit to do with technique of your back posture. So first thing we do, we're going to put the left foot behind us with the toe on the ground. We're going to allow our left hip to go into subtle hip extension, where we're going to maximise our core support so we don't take any of the pressure in the back. And the idea here is to keep this thigh behind the standing thigh and flex at the knee to use the hamstring and shorten the lever, and then go back down to the floor while you maintain this leg in subtle hip extension. So we're really feeling the glute, the left glute being on the whole time, maintaining all the core support so our back isn't arching, and just keeping stable and still on the standing leg. Trying to get that knee a little bit higher than 90 degrees so your heel gets as close to your buttock as possible. We can add weight to this down the track as things get a little bit stronger. Okay, good work. All right, so for our isometric calf raises, so just to do a little bit of work on the calves, we're going to be on one leg at a time. So try now to just lift the heel on the supporting leg and maintain a mid-range position, not too high, not too low, and maintain the alignment. It's not a balance exercise, so you hold on and you try to keep the stability and alignment through the whole trunk while we're holding an isometric strength hold on the one leg. Good, swap legs when you're ready. We can work on about 45 seconds to build up to this. Good, mid-range on the rise, so we're not trying to be too high. So our weight is very much on the ball of the foot, not too much on the toes. And then keeping the alignment through the trunk side on and alignment through the ankle front on. All right, good. So then we can build some calf raises. So on this one, we'll go the full range. So again, up and down, dropping the heel to the floor. Again, keep an awareness of your trunk posture. Rising up and down, thinking of that ankle alignment and paying attention to the angle of the knee pointing straight ahead over the toes. Nice and even through the trunk. So we can do some reps of these, 15 reps each side, building a couple sets, adding weights and dumbbells. All right, good. So we'll move on to our plank holds now. So let's come down into an elbow plank on your toes. All strength programs need a good amount of core strength there as well. So maintaining good alignment through here, be aware of chin position, so just slightly tuck in and keep the shoulder blades spread, and maintaining good activation through the core to support the back. All right, after 20-30 seconds, changing onto your elbow on the side. So turn your feet, keep your legs straight if you can, and then align yourself up nicely through the body. Imagine a really good straight line from the head, through the shoulders, through the hips to your feet. Scooping under to change sides. Good. Again, lining up well. Draw the belly back into the spine. Feel a little bit of glutes helping you hold yourself straight through your hips. And then transferring back onto the front. And you can keep looping through and rotating 15 to 30 seconds in one position and then changing to the side. All right, good. We'll finish up with one last one laying on your back. So if you can lay down, we're going to pay a bit of attention to here on our leg alignment, that our shins stay parallel to each other when we're doing the running action. So we come up into what we call the chest lift. So the shoulder blades are a little bit off the bed and our lower back is fairly flat, slight curve at best. Right, tummy muscles drawn in, and then bring both legs up. And we start with the running action, keeping this all steady and stable. So one leg goes in, one leg goes out, paying attention to the alignment of your shins. Careful not to go too low with the leg that you get a bit of clicking in the front hip flexors. And you want to feel one knee pulls in as the other leg goes out. Keep all the strength through the lower back. Good. You can do some reps here, so you do some groups of 15 or 20 in a row, and some repeat sets. All right, good work. Okay, so that's our level 1 strength program for runners.